All right, so today for science we're going to be learning a little bit more about how people use lights and sounds for communication. We're going to be doing that by reading a book called Gabrielle and the Tugboat. Let's go ahead and start the story.
Hi, it's Doug. Today,
Hi, Doug.
You're going to read a story. But this isn't just a story. It's a story about asking questions and learning how to figure out the answers.
All right.
This story is about Gabrielle, who goes for a boat ride with her aunt. She finds out that there are boats going everywhere. How do they know where they're going?
I don't know.
How do they keep from crashing into one another? You're going to read about Gabrielle's adventure. As you read, you'll also get up and move, look for clues, and talk about your ideas. Let's turn the page and get started.
All right, Doug, we'll do that. Hi, my name is Gabrielle. I am visiting my auntie. She works on a boat in San Francisco Bay. Auntie is the captain of a tugboat. Tugboats help big ships move around in the bay. Today I will get to go on the tugboat with her. But before we go, in the middle of breakfast, I hear a terrible sound. Blat! It sounds like something huge and scary. What was that? I ask Auntie. Was it a monster? Don't worry, Auntie says. You'll find out soon enough. I thought maybe the sound came from a big gray fog monster. Or maybe it was the sound of a whale. Or maybe it was the bridge moving in the wind. So Gabrielle doesn't know what's making the noise. What do you think it could be? You go ahead and tell me. What do you think it could be? I guess we'll find out. On the bay, that sound was really helpful, Auntie tells me. I don't know how a monster can be helpful, but once I get on the boat, I forget to be afraid. Out on the water, there's so much to see. There are so many boats. I wonder, do the boats ever run into each other? So, this is a chance for us to be boats. So, let's be boats. He wants us to start our engines. Chugga, 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 chugga. Sound your horn. But watch out for rocks and other boats too. So this counts all your brothers, sisters, stuffed animals, computers. So don't hit them as you get to do this with me. Go ahead and stand up. Okay, get your boats ready. Chuck, chuck. Ready? Let's speed it up a little bit. Whoa, sorry about that. Whoa, I'm getting controlled. Woof. That boat was a little bit fast. That was a really fast tugboat. I'm going to have to watch the speed on that and have that speed checked. All right, let's see what happens next. Auntie toots the boat horn. I'm signaling so other boats know we're here, she says. I toot the horn even more when it's foggy or dark. What are those things floating in the water, I ask. Those are buoys, Auntie says. Some are green, some are yellow, and some are red. What are they for, I ask. Why are they different colors? Red and green buoys tell boats where to go, Auntie tells me. Yellow buoys tell boats where not to go. Boats on the water are kind of like cars on the road, Auntie says. Remember when your mom drove you to my house? There were lots of cars, but they didn't crash. Can you find things in these pictures that help cars travel safely on land and boats travel safely on the water? Well, let's look here. I can see, why don't you go ahead and look at these a second yourself and see what you can see. Good. I see that there's a sign right here. It tells people how fast that they can go. This is on land. I see, oh, look at this. There's lights here and there's this bar, and that warns people, hey, there's a train coming. Don't go past this line. And then look up here, there's also a signal, and that tells cars to stop. Okay? So remember, where are the things for the boats? Where do they look? Can you find them in the picture? Good. You can see the buoys are down here. And in the far back right there, you can see a lighthouse. Okay? All right, let's see what happens next. I think I get it. On the road, lights, sounds, and colors help tell cars where to go. On the water, lights, sounds, and colors help tell boats where to go. Auntie says different kinds of buoys make different sounds. Buoys can ring like bells. Sometimes they even whistle. When my mom drove me to Auntie's, we were in a car on top of the bridge. Now we're sailing under the bridge. We've made it to where the bay starts. This is where tugboats meet big ships coming in from the sea. Look, there's fog coming in. We can't see very far anymore. Even the bridge has disappeared in the fog. So, fog made it hard to see. How will the big ship find its way? So now, I know that you've probably have walked outside sometime when it's been really foggy. It hasn't been lately, but when it's so foggy that you can't see down the street. So foggy you couldn't see your neighbors maybe 7 houses down the street. Just so foggy. So can you imagine that happening on the water with the boats? They don't have roads like us where we have lines drawn. It's just water. You can't keep lines on the ocean. So what would the boats have to use to figure out where they are? Okay? So how will Gabrielle and her auntie find their way home? What do you think? Yeah? I think that they will. They will have to use some of the things that they've been given in the water. The sounds of buoys can help them, and the foghorns can help them. Let's find out what they did. Look, the lighthouse is sending its beam out to sea. It's helping the big ships find its way. Auntie smiles. That's right, she says. In the fog, I can't see the buoys, but I can hear them. Auntie says the sounds tell her where we are. The lighthouse and buoys are helping the big ships too. But then I hear that same noise I heard this morning, only 10 times louder. Blah! It's coming from the bridge. What is that? I ask Auntie. It sounds like a monster. Is the lighthouse a monster? Auntie asks. Are the ringing buoys monsters? I laugh. Those aren't monsters. They help us find our way. Right, says Auntie. The big noise helps too. It's called a foghorn. The foghorn is on the bridge. When the ship captains hear that sound, they know where the bridge is, even in the fog. There's the big ship coming out of the fog. Auntie knows what to do. She toots her horn, beep, beep, and the big ship knows we're there. The ship's captain is happy to see us. Auntie and her tugboat will help the big ship find its way to the dock. Auntie watches for the light from the lighthouse. She listens for the foghorn and the sounds of the buoys. Auntie's tugboat guides the big ship to the dock. Then she takes us home. In bed that night, I hear the noise of the foghorn, but it doesn't sound like a monster at all. I know it's helping boats find their way home. The end. Alright, so I have 2 activities for us to play today. Okay, the first activity you're probably already familiar with. It's called red light, green light, except I have 1 extra light. It's yellow light. And just like a signal for the cars, that's what we're going to be using here. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. So, you're going to stand up so that you have some room around you. You don't want to knock your computer over or anything behind you. Make sure you're not going to trip. Okay? And in place, so not running all around, but in place, green is going to mean fast. So running fast. And I almost knocked that over. Fast. Okay? Yellow is going to be slow-mo. This is slow-mo. Got it? Okay, and then this is stop. So whatever position you're in the middle of your run, you've got to stop. Okay? So I'm going to hold them up, and you're going to try this out. So make sure you got room. We're going to go kind of slow, and then I might go a little bit fast and try and trick you. So here we go. Ready? Ha ha ha, I didn't do anything, did I? Tricked you again. Ha, you probably thought it was going to be green. It was stop. Good job. All right, so that was one of our games. And another one we're going to play, so you were following signals by what you were seeing with your eyes. Now remember, they had communication both by what they could see with their eyes, with the colors, but they also had sound communication. So we're also going to play another game using sounds. So I am going to go off the screen where you can't hear me. And I'm going to be making these sounds, okay? This says whistle. This says clap. This says snap. And this says stomp, okay? So you're going to be looking at these, and on your own, you're going to be guessing which noises I'm making, okay? I will make all of the noise once without telling you what they are. And then I will go through and make the noises and then also tell you the answer after a few seconds, so that way you can start to learn what which one the sounds are and see if you can get better and better at hearing them. All right, so I'm going to go off the stage. You can still hear my voice, okay? I'm going to make one of the sounds. Here's another sound. Here's another sound. And here's another sound. All right, so I'm going to do it again, in possibly a different order, okay? So first I'm going to make the sound, you guess which one it is, and then I'm going to tell you which one. Okay, here's the sound. That was a whistle. If you said whistle, good job. Okay, how about this one? Good, that was a snap. That was a snap. Here's another one. That was a clap. Here's another sound. And that was a stomp. How about this sound? That was a clap. How about this one? That was a snap. And how about this one? That was a whistle. Okay, I've got another one. Here it comes. That was a clap. Here's another one. That was a stomp. And last one. Good, that was a whistle. All right, so you got to see our story about Gabrielle and how she learned about the different sounds and about the different things that she could see with her eyes to communicate where they needed to go, both on land and in the water. You got to play our red light, green light, slow light, okay? And you also got to play our sounds. Good job, and enjoy.